Hi!
Hello!
Welcome to Intertwined Stitches. This is episode
23, I
23.
believe.
Yeah. Or 22.
One of those.
Yeah. So we're getting up there in the lower 20s. And today is March 21st, 2014. It's a Friday, and it's my husband's birthday today.
Woohoo! Happy birthday, Gary!
He is having a tough birthday this year because just a couple days ago he was in a major car accident and he was lifted to Hartford Hospital, but he turned out to be okay. Just cuts and scrapes, lacerations, and lots of bruising and aches and pains and lots of swelling and stuff, but nothing major happened to him. So we're very thankful, and he's home and resting. So I hope he has a nice, restful birthday and doesn't think about the last couple days too much.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be relatively pain-free.
Yes.
I haven't had anything traumatic like that happen. We had some family come and visit from Ohio, so that postponed our recording, and then the accident happened, that postponed our recording. I did go skiing, if you want to call it that.
How exciting!
I was excited to go, and then they put on the boots, and I should have known. This is my first time skiing, but my husband is been skiing since he was a kid. But she sized the boots on him, and it was 3 sizes too small. And so he was like, no, you need to fix this. And I was like, oh, it feels okay. And then I started walking, and I'm like, oh my god, these are killing me. And it was just entirely too small. I tried, like, just even walking in them was just painful, excruciating. So I went back and had her give me the next biggest size, but I probably should have got another size bigger. Anyways, because I'm short, they gave me short skis, which is fine, but they don't give you a whole lot of room for stopping.
Okay.
So whenever I was trying to stop, I was doing the V, and I was digging in like they tell you to, and it was not stopping me.
Snowplow.
And so I just fell on my butt to stop myself because I was going to crash into something or someone, and I was like, this is not fun at all for me. I will not be doing this ever again.
At least you tried it.
Yeah, that's what my
Kudos
husband kept
to you.
saying. He's like, you tried it. I can't ask for anything more than that. And I did, but the ski instructor, I asked him, like, do these shoes ever feel, you just get used to them? And he's like, no.
No, not ski boots.
No.
If you
he's like, if you want comfortable boots, go snowboarding.
Exactly.
Like, but you'll destroy your wrists. And I'm like, nothing without wrists.
If you're not careful.
So, oh well, I will not be skiing anytime soon. I'm not an Olympic gold medal material. And then my son, my 6-year-old, he just flies down the mountain like it's nothing. And, like, does his little zigzags and stops with ease. And I'm like, honey, I am really impressed with you. And whatever you want to do to keep doing this, Mommy will support you. But Mommy won't be skiing. So, that was my oops. At least I know now.
At least you can just sit in the lodge and knit while he skis.
That is, yep. We went to return my skis and my boots, and the person's like, did you have fun? And I was like, it's not for me. And my son's like, my mom's good at knitting. She'll stick with that.
That's so cute.
I'm like, thanks, honey. So, yeah, it was an experience. I've had some health issues lately, lots of doctor's appointments, so that hasn't been very fun either, but hopefully it's all resolved and we're working towards being A-okay.
Yeah, staying healthy.
Yes, and I have a doctor's appointment today, and hopefully he'll give me another high five like he did last week, because things are getting better.
Yeah, and I got a new exercise machine, and my son's been actually using it a lot, so it's a good plus for our household.
Zadie the Gazelle.
Yes. He's been, and they were just talking about that at his meeting about more exercise.
Oh, good.
That's so good for you.
Right.
So.
Sorry, Sushi is laying in the most uncomfortable looking way on my cross-stitch project. But she seems to like it. Anyways, do you have any finished objects?
I don't have anything finished. I do have something finished, but I didn't bring it. I I finished that green barley hat I was making out of the swish,
In the
Knit Pick
pea?
swish, in the pea pod color.
Pea pod.
So it's a nice
Springy
spring green color, almost like neon, just very bright and cheery. So I finished that.
I have not had a whole lot of knitting mojo, so I've been trying to get myself jump started. And so I wanted a project that I could finish quickly. And I picked out a skein of my hand spun that I'd had for a while. This was Frabjous Fibers in the Cottage Garden colorway. I spun it a couple years ago.
I recognize that colorway. It's beautiful.
And I knit, it's loosely based on the garland cowl, but I wasn't sure that I would have enough yarn, so I didn't make it as long as it called for. But it's a lacy cowl out of my hand spun, and it fits okay. I mean, it's not a double looper. It's more of a fashion statement than a warmth thing. So there's that.
Pretty, yeah. It's got that hand spun look.
Yeah. I wish I would have. I mean, I think the needle size I used was appropriate for the yarn, but it's so thick that the lacy part doesn't seem.
Gets hidden a little bit.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's okay.
It's fun. I like it.
And how'd you end up blocking it? Just like buying it flat?
I have a sweater dryer, and so I tried like laying it out across one of the dry racks to stretch it out, but it stretched it too much this way, and so it made it too skinny and the lace wouldn't lay out. So then I ended up I doubled it in half like you said, and tried to match up the lace as much as I could, and I pinned it out through the double. And that's a sushi bottom.
Seemed to work out good.
So, there's that. And I told my husband that I think we could make a mint if we somehow figured out how to make the sweater dryer racks able to be blocking boards. Because then you'd have that constant air and be able to block on it. I told him we need to figure out how to do that. Because
that's a great idea. Just make a grid on some sort of material.
Because I tried to pin it, but the material is very it's like a lingerie bag meshy. And so it didn't hold the pins very well.
That's a great idea.
So, don't steal my idea. I'm going to invent it. Yeah. So what have you been working on?
Right now I'm just making another barley hat. This one for a little girl. It is pink. The same yarn swish in the rouge color. The same color I use for the hemlock ring blanket. But
didn't you do something else in that?
The hat. I used the leftovers from the hemlock ring blanket to make that Ladders of Success cap.
Right.
So, yeah, and it was still a little itchy, and somebody suggested in the boards that I should put felt around the inside, so I just might do that, so I'll be able to
make it nice
it.
and warm. I did go in and fix my son's sweater that was too tight for him at the neck, but he's been living in it since I finished it, so I will show it next week because it's currently in the dirty laundry. But I ended up picking up stitches on one side of the neck and knit ribbing across, and then I picked up stitches on the other side of the neck and knit ribbing across, and then I steeked down the middle of the thing and then used the one flap and sewed it over, and then put a buttonhole, and it buttons over and it fits him nicely now.
And he's so excited about his button.
Yes. His button is a little orange monster alien thing. It's got one big eye. It's really cute. It sits right here, so it's very predominant.
So that was a good fix for that sweater.
And I was like, you know what? If I steek it and screw it up, he's not going to be able to wear it. But if I don't do anything about it, he's still not going to be able to wear it. So
right, and he probably has like this season, the rest of the season to get wear out.
It's already too short. It was a size 4. I knit the size 4 last year because I finished it last year, and he's just now 4.5, but he's pretty short. But it comes like right to the base of his pants, so when he stretches, it goes with him.
So now the little one, Owen, can wear it.
Maybe. He's bigger than Carson, though.
Width-wise.
Yeah, we'll see. Carson won't give it up long enough for Owen to be able to try it.
He loves his sweater. Okay, so I've been working on other things that are all new things.
Woohoo!
Like, I signed up for 2 craftsy classes because they were
Love
on
your
sale.
craftsy classes.
Yes, they were half price, and you get the patterns and like a knit along at the same time. I feel like for a decent price. I signed up for an amigurumi woodland animal class, and it was only $10.
Nice.
You get a pattern for 4 little creatures, and I started a raccoon. So I've been crocheting, and I did. I jumped ahead to like the most difficult project. That's the way I roll. But this is the head, and I just marked on the front where I'm going to attach the muzzle.
Now, have you done amigurumis before?
I haven't really done many. I've done like little knitted toys, but I haven't done crocheted, I don't think. So this is a good starting
They're some of
point.
my favorite things to do because they're quick and
So-
easy.
The muzzle goes on there, and I did his little body with his arms and legs. Here's all his arms and legs that I have to stuff and so on.
Does he have like stubby little arms?
Yes. He's gonna be cute. And I did a nose too, I just don't know how to do it. And so I still have to do the ears and then the eye circles, and then pretty much done. I can start to assemble him.
And you got safety eyes for him, right?
Yes.
At our new Joann's.
Yeah, I got the yarn for this at Joann's too, and this is what I'm using is Karen Simply Soft in a gray heather, white, and black. And the other craftsy class I got was Mittens and Gloves Galore, because a couple people had suggested that they wanted fingerless gloves. One person, I think it was my sister's boyfriend, wanted to be able to play guitar and wear gloves at the same time. He was just going to cut the fingers off. I'm like, no, don't do that.
No.
So I started making some fingerless gloves. They have a pattern that's a 5-way pattern. You can make fingerless mitts, mittens, fingerless gloves, or convertible mittens. So I started with the fingerless gloves, and I did magic loop all the way up to the fingers. And I tried to do the one finger that I started with magic loop, and it was just
really fiddly.
it was kind of tricky. So I switched to my double points, and what I'm using is the collage square double points,
Oh, I love them.
which they use in the class too, so it was kind of cool. I have the same needles, and it's size 8 needles, so
Nice.
it's worsted weight yarn. It's also swish in the bark color, and I had gotten this for hats, but I figured I had it, I could play around
Yeah,
with
why
it
not?
and use it for fingerless mitts.
Yeah, you hear those boys, don't you?
And then I started a new craft project because I found some cute material at Joann's. I
Yes.
started my first quilt. So it's little monkeys, and I'll show you. I got one strip done of 4 patches.
And just because this is a baby quilt, there are no babies coming from the 2 of us anytime soon.
I just thought I'd start with a small project. I'm gonna hand quilt it,
It's coming along nicely.
and then a couple other. The one disappointing thing was in this. I got 3 charm packs. In the charm pack, there's only 6 designs. So to be able to like move them around and not have them match up is the tricky part of this project. But it's going along swimmingly.
Very
It's been
nice.
very fun. And that's all I've been working on lately.
Okay, I have a few things that I've been working on. Sorry, Sushi. I've been working on my, don't attack it, my hitchhiker. Sushi, seriously. She's all tangled up and now she's eating it. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I have been working on my hitchhiker. I think I'm up to 15 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, almost 17 points. So it's coming along slowly but surely.
Such a vibrant color.
It is, and I love her yarn so much that I may have ordered more the other day when she was having her anniversary sale. And that is Lanai
It
yarn.
matches your bag. Your
Does. I
project.
did that on purpose. This is my project bag. This is a Bling Your String bag. Yeah, Bling Your String bag that I got a couple years ago. But I ordered more of hers, so I have lint liquor coming. I think that name is hilarious. It's from that commercial, that gum commercial, where she's like, "Who you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?" And it cracks me up every time. Obviously. So I ordered it. It's really pretty gray with like pops of hot pink and turquoise, so it should be fun. I am planning to knit a wee Bonnie mouse out of it.
I just realized I didn't talk about my other project
Oh.
that I started.
Go for it. You can
The
jump
big
on in.
one.
The big one.
Because I haven't worked on it past probably a week or so, because
Right,
I've been working
but-
on this stuff.
Yeah.
But I got the yarn for my hemlock.
You might want to wait a...
So I got the yarn for my log cabin blanket the day after we recorded last. So I was able to start that, and I got 6 colors, but I only ended up using 5. I got
What was the other color?
Umber Heather, which is a dark brown, but it was too close to the sienna color.
Gotcha.
So it would have made the blanket much
Very
too dark.
brown.
Yeah. So I got, starting with the middle, got almond, and then I started with paprika, sienna is the brown, then persimmon, this orangey color, and fig. And I did 2 rounds around.
Sounds like a very tasty blanket. Almonds, persimmons.
Yeah. And it's very like my colors.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I post on Instagram, you're like, oh, that's Zadie's
Yeah, I was like,
blanket?
that's
for
the
my
color
son?
Zadie picked?
No, he wouldn't pick these colors, but I love how it's coming out. I just started my own, say, recipe for the blanket by casting on 20 with the almond color, and then I knit for 40 rows because it's 20 ridges.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I picked up on the side to do these stripes, I did it 10 ridges wide, which is 20 rows. And then I just keep going around and around.
Nice. I like it. It's very pretty.
So I'm loving working on this. It's plain garter stitch. It couldn't be easier. And the joins are looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy with it.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
I like the colors you picked.
And it's nice to work on a blanket when it's like cold outside and kind of cuddle up with it and knit on it.
Today's the first
Very
full day of
cozy.
spring, and it's not terribly warm out there, and they're saying it might snow tonight. But then it might get up to close to 60 tomorrow.
Right. So we have to wait another week for the really spring weather to start.
At least another week.
So I interrupted you with your projects.
I've got my brick list that I worked a little bit on. I used some of my favorite section that was left of my color or my hand spun as a zip tie.
Cool.
I wanted to save it because it was pretty.
That's pretty.
So there's this. I don't remember where I was last time we showed this, but I got a little bit of work on it. It's not as mindless as I like for my mindless patterns, because I always have a mindless pattern going on. But it is pretty mindless, and I really like how the colors are working out. They're very pretty. And this was Cherry Tree Hill, and it did not have a color name. From Rhinebeck. So there's that. It's going to be a pain in the butt to block, I think. Because the
Are the edges
lace,
tight?
kind of.
Not too bad.
Yeah. How do you just these again?
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, bye. Thank you. I also worked a little bit on my Petria. I should have a whole lot more of this done, but I don't, because I'm not 100% certain I'm doing it right. So that always makes me hesitant to continue on. But there's that.
Looks good so far.
I also crocheted a hat for a friend of a friend who is going through a really hard time. She has a brain tumor, and when she went to get a wig, the people at the wig shop were very rude and very disrespectful to her. So I crocheted her a petunia hat, and it was a really nice purpley fuzzy alpaca. So I did that too, but you guys didn't get to see it.
Nice.
It's already off to the owner. Hopefully she gets some wear out of it. Anyways, my Petria by Amy Herzog. I've only got 3 inches done of it. So I need to pick it back up and work on it. I really love this vibrant green
Yeah,
color.
it's so pretty. Madeline Tosh does a great
She's
job.
dying wizard, I'm certain of it. That's what it looks like in this game. Blue and green and pops out at you. It's beautiful. And then the sweater that has been getting some love, although I don't have one of those doohickeys to show how far I've gotten on it, but I have been holding true to Sweater Sunday, and this sweater gets at least an hour or two of love a Sunday. So there's that. I'm up to the 3rd hour repeat now.
Beautiful.
So it's coming along. I may have gotten in a little over my head with this pattern.
Okay.
Because it's got the lace going on, and then it's got that whole, at the same time, you should be decreasing and increasing, and you have to measure it out and do it on your own, and it's not written out for me, like, on this line you need to do this.
Right,
So,
you have to measure and like figure it out.
So, it's a little challenging. This is only my 2nd sweater I've ever knit for myself. My first one was a very easy, shapeless, Aran weight sweater knit on size 13 needles, so it's very open and airy, and it just flew by. And this one is it's got that lace panel in the back, and
I think you can do it.
I am. I'm trudging along, but it feels overwhelming and daunting sometimes. Like, am I doing it right? I don't know. Is it going to come out okay?
That's what happened with my first cabled sweater. It was just like, I just had to dive in and go for it. Like, I wasn't sure if it was going to come out right at all.
Yeah. And I just need to suck it up, Buttercup, and carry on, because it's just knitting. It's not the end of the world.
You can always rip it out if it
Yep.
comes out wrong.
And I did get a magnetic pattern holder, finally. Yay! It's nothing fancy.
So that's really helpful.
But it is. It's very helpful. I got that at the new Joann's. It opened last week, and we've been twice already. My husband's like, I hope this isn't a trend. We went yesterday for the grand opening, thinking that we were going to be one of the first 100 people, because they were giving out free gift cards for the first 100 people, ranging anywhere from $10 to $250.
Right.
Yeah, we got there at 9:15, and the line was already at least 200 people.
Yeah, I would say so.
We're like, where did all these people come from? What? I think that's all that I've been working on. I started a square on my Hue Shiv Afghan, but it's only like 6 rows in, so it's not even worth showing. Sorry. I have been working on my cross stitch though.
Cool, let's see.
I got a new frame yesterday.
Oh, I want to see how it works. Oh, it looks good.
It's got cat hair on it. Oh no, that wasn't cat hair.
I've been
That
thinking
was my
about
silver.
getting one of those frames for cross stitch and quilting.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's technically quilting. It was in the quilting section, but I'm making it work with cross stitch. So my February square, you can see where the circle one was. Right here. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, anyways, you can see where the circle one was. And it covers, I think it covers a bigger area, and I had a giant hoop. It's right here. Wow, avalanche. Sorry, Lakshmi. I had the big hoop, and I think, well, it doesn't really cover more area, but it's more comfortable to hold, and it holds back the fabric better. This one, the fabric was constantly in my way, and I was fraying it out something fierce. But with the square one, it tucks up in there. It's very convenient.
Nice.
So I did a rose and some candies since the last time I showed
And
it.
did you use your coupon on that?
I did.
Cool, so you
Yeah.
got half price.
Yes.
I
So
wasted my coupon and I got
Yes, I know
needles for 75 cents.
Wah,
Wah. Instead of taking the 50% off the big item that I bought, they took the 50% off the little needles.
Wasn't the big item you bought already 50%
I
off?
think it was already on sale. That's why that happened. But
Yeah.
still, I would have rather, save $3.50 or something.
Right. Hi, honey.
But whatever.
So, yep, I'm working on that. Marches came out, and it is the 3 little pigs. It's super cute, and I want to get to that. So, I need to get my frog done.
And so I got one other thing at Joann's when we were there. I got Deborah Norville Premier Serenity sock weight
Pretty.
in this color.
Pinky, brownie. It's like Neapolitan ice cream almost.
And I just got one skein for ankle socks.
Because that's how we roll.
Yeah. Didn't get much else except for like craft eyes and stuff like that.
I got a whole lot of beads because I picked up a book called Beaded Bugs. They're so cool. They're so labor intensive, but they're so
looking.
cool. I should have brought that down to show, but I've already done one whole wing, and then I decided I didn't like the color scheme of it, so it's getting scrapped. And I started a new one yesterday. It's going to be a monarch butterfly with orange and black wings instead. They're so cool. When I get one done, I will make sure to show it off on the show.
Definitely.
They're like 3-dimensional ladybugs and beetles and caterpillars, and they're so neat. And of course, there was a big dragonfly on the front cover, and that's what got me. So I got that, and that's what I've been playing around with since I have no knitting mojo. I'm like, yeah, I need to do something crafty, so I've been doing that. It's with wire and beads, and it's a whole new thing. And I also picked this up yesterday. This is Hometown USA, and the color is so ridiculously close to my winter coat, I had to have it. Even though I didn't need it, obviously, and it's acrylic, but it's super bulky. I'm going to knit a Wham Bam Thank You Lamb out of it, which is a cowl. But I can't find my size 13 needles.
Oh.
Yeah, no idea. Where do they go? They are ginormous and weigh like a pound each. So it's not like they just rolled off somewhere. Or it's not one that I don't use very often. So
don't want to buy a whole new pair and then find them. Because they're expensive with the amount of like wood or metal or whatever they're made out of.
They're the Harmony ones, so they're solid wood, and I can't find them. I'm like, what project bag was I using? They've got to be around here somewhere.
What could have you been knitting on, the Shalom or something?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it was my Shalom cardigan, but I already frogged that, and that's somewhere else. Maybe it's still in the project bag from the sweater. I don't know. I've got so many bags full of bags around here. I also got a D-stash from Instagram from Vanessa of Lanai Yarns. She was selling these 3 beauties. They are Malabrigo lace, and she just posted them like this, and I said, mine! I will take all 3 because I want to make another color affection, and this would be perfect. And she was selling them super duper cheap, like $5 each.
Ooh.
What? So I ordered these, and on my iPod, this looked gray. And I was like, that will be gorgeous together in a color affection. And everyone knows I'm obsessed with color affections. I got it, and it's lavender. It's not gray. And it does not go with the red and the multicolored. So I used the last of my Webs gift card, and I ordered a skein of Malintosh Light in the fig color, which is a beautiful brown. So it's going to go with these 2 to make my color affection. It should be here today.
Yay!
And I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. It'll be something pretty, because it is beautiful. They're so soft and fuzzy. And she also threw this one in as a fun little surprise, because it was all the same weight yarn.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know what he'll be, but he's pretty too. And yeah, she's super generous. She also sent me a little Hexapuff mini that's already become a Hexapuff in a really pretty color of her own dyeing. You guys should check her out. Oh, I got a shipping notification 2 days ago from the lovely Daybreak Dye Works. She sent us prizes. Yay. So we should have them on the next podcast. I'm not sure what it is yet. She didn't tell me. It's a surprise. So it'll be a fun surprise for us whenever it comes.
Okay.
So thank you, Dawn. You guys should totally
thank you.
check out her shop. She sells beautiful fibers. I've pimped her fibers on the show before because I like spinning her stuff. It's always very nicely dyed and very nicely prepped. But I have one more thing to show that I got. These are super duper cute stitch markers that I got from Etsy. The seller is Another Gray Sweater, and she's on Etsy, and I believe it's just anothergraysweater.etsy.com. And they are veggie stitch markers. I'm going to have to dump sushi on the floor again. Stand up, get closer. Aren't they cute? There's a little tomato and a carrot and a cucumber and an eggplant. And then she sent me a bonus little, oh, it's fuzzy, fortune cookie. And they're super cute. This is a size 7 and they fit them perfectly. I think the bigger ones go up to an 8, and I think I'm going to say a 7 is the biggest for the little fortune cookie guy, but they're so cute. I love them so much. And I need a project that I need stitch markers for.
Like 5 or 6 of them.
Yes. They're so cute. I love them to pieces, and she was super sweet, and I got them, granted they came from New Jersey, and we live in Connecticut, but they were here like 2 days later.
Oh, wow.
I bought them on Friday, and they were here Saturday.
Super fast.
No, Monday. No. Whatever. They were very quick. Like lightning.
So we still have our sweater cal going
Yep,
on.
till the end of the month.
So you still have about a week.
We got quite a few entries last week. Like boom, 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 boom.
And quite a few people have had put their second sweater entry in. So we still have what do I want to say?
The sweater's worth is up for grabs.
The sweater's worth is up for grabs, and we're still looking for the person with the most entries.
Yep, the person with the most sweaters will win a fabulous prize. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be awesome.
I'm excited. And then also 2 sweater patterns that we'll be giving away.
And the sweater's worth of
Wool of the Andes.
Wool of the Andes.
14
That's what it's
skeins.
called.
So
if you're super little, that could be like 2 sweaters worth.
you could even get a baby sweater done in a week, I think, if you wanted to jump in and
I did it. I know you can do it. And that it doesn't have to be just knitted. It could be crocheted also.
right.
So it's a cow.
So get your sweater entries in, and we'll be pulling for prizes for that next time we record.
Is this already the end of the month?
Well, in a week.
Holy crap. Where does March go? Ugh, I swear, whenever something is like looming on the horizon, like our move, time just warp speeds.
Right. And we haven't really even talked about what we're doing for our cal for April. But I was thinking about, April is Autism Awareness Month, and I was thinking of doing a charity knit along.
That would be nice.
Because April always makes me, I have a son diagnosed with autism. He's got Asperger's, which is a form of autism, and I was just thinking that they don't need many charity things like hats or anything, but other charities do. So It's time to think about the charities that are close to your heart, and
throw out some suggestions of where you would like charity stuff to go. If you have one that's near and dear to you.
Yeah, we'd love to hear suggestions on charities that need knitted items, and we'd love to host a knit along for that in the month of April. Hats or mother bears or...
I know that if you like to do like amigurumis, that having been in the situation where we were in a battered women's shelter when I was little, I would have loved for somebody to have, had given me an amigurumi that they made, or even a regular stuffed animal as like a security and happy thing. So I don't know if battered women's shelter takes stuff like that, but I will definitely look into it, because that is something
look into it. We have the
near and dear
Susan
to my
B.
heart.
Anthony project right here in Torrington that we could donate some stuff to.
Yeah, and the speaker for my PTA next month is from the Women's Services.
Oh,
I
excellent.
could ask her too.
Yeah, so it's time to think about that. Hopefully it'll be warm weather coming our way pretty soon. And we hope you enjoy your week. And do you have anything else to...
No, but I'm looking at myself on the computer, and I'm like, they've got to be like, what on earth is on her shirt? It's a minion, and it says, I got mad ninja. I'll stand up. Ninja skills. In case you were wondering, what on earth is on her shirt?
And I'm just wearing Mickey.
Yay,
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey. Anyways, that was completely
Random.
I don't have any knitted stuff on, so they can't look at that. So you're probably like, what on earth? I have that song from Despicable Me Too. But, well, it's from Pharrell Williams. Happy.
Oh, Happy. I like that song.
Yeah, I decided a couple weeks ago it's my theme song. So
it's a good song
you
for like whenever you're feeling down, you know?
I think that every radio station every morning should play that. So everyone wakes up and hears that song and is like, today I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I think that would make the world a better place.
I think so.
That is the key to world peace, that song. Probably not. There's probably people out there who hate that song. They're like, oh my god, I don't want to be happy. Anyways, now that we're completely off topic, I'm going to try and get that song to play at the end of this episode.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try it. We'll see. See if we get sued. Anyways, happy knitting. Have a great week.
It might seem crazy.